So guys, it's early January and I think I've already found the longest iron of 2024. I'm not joking. Oh my goodness. Golf club. I'm back. So most of us have been blown away by the performance of the Qi range, and that's going to continue today with the Qi iron. Okay, let's go to the Qi Superstore and head straight for the Lux aisle, because this one's interesting. Thoughts on the visuals first of all. But I'm going to start this off with a few home truths. No matter what you do with visuals of an iron in this category, do I say it? Don't I say it? It's like polishing a turd. It doesn't matter what brand really, an iron that's intended for distance, it's never going to look as good as a CB and MB, is it? So the question is, how good are you at polishing a turd? Well, I think they've done a very good job. Lots of visual tech, as clean as you're going to get, like I say, for an iron of this build. And I need to take a leaf out of its book, especially after Christmas, with how it manages to hide the extra mass. Good luck. Guess the club. Oh my goodness. But the key improvement to these game improvement irons, TaylorMade is saying, is straight distance. Now, having lots of distance is always impressive, but if it's going on the wrong green and the wrong fairway, it kind of loses its charm. It's like going bowling, hitting a strike on the wrong lane. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I've done that, but... So there needs to be an element of control even in game improvement irons. That is so fast. It is ridiculous. Look, as you know, slight back injury. We've got club head speed of 97 miles an hour, carrying 194. That is 135 miles an hour with an 8 iron. I mean, that even impressed Owen Wilson.
Wow.
He never says wow. So funnily enough, I wasn't meant to be hitting shots yet. My script is like, talk a little bit more about the tech, more about straight distance and hit shots later, because we've got pitching wedge, 8 iron and a 4 iron to go through from top to bottom. I just want to hit one more 8 iron. That's all right. I've never, ever felt anything as good as that in a game improvement iron. It feels so blow your socks off fast. So that was 191 carry 8 iron with 137 miles an hour ball speed. Right, you've got me for 30 seconds before going to hit another one, so start the timer. It's so addictive to hit, honestly. It's like, it just, bah, so powerful. Oh yeah, clock. Where were we? Oh yeah, so TaylorMade have realised that most game improvement irons are not benefiting the higher handicapper, the golfer that's potentially new to the game as well, which is obviously the common slice. And what they found out is, especially in the long irons, most of the game improvement irons are actually fade bias. So it's making the slice even worse. So all these irons in the set have got unique face technology that prevents cut spin. Little special minions working on face flexion. That's not really. So I was going to put this down and I was expecting to say it hides the mass really well, but honestly, it doesn't need to. It's rather large, and if we were reviewing any other iron category, that could be a problem. But the fact this is game improvement, we want all the help we can get. So it's nice. It sounds like a driver. It's madness. It really is. Slightly out the bottom, still on the planet. Now we're going to talk about these a little bit more, but I'm going to start with the pitching wedge, then the 8 iron, then the 4 iron, and have a look at the numbers at the end. You're probably wondering why I'm doing that. Well, someone commented saying they think I've changed the club after I've shown it. Could have changed it then, you know. Now, I don't want to see mad distances with this pitching wedge, and that's not really that mad. 149 carry out of the gates. Yeah, it's still a rewarding sound. It still feels fast, but it's consistent so far. Now the thing that TaylorMade are very good at, and it's not something you can just do overnight, is eliminating the hot spots. With an iron like this, of course, that is one of the scariest things, is one at the centre goes 15, 20 yards further than the ones at the toe and the heel. So another piece of cool tech with the Qi I-10s are the individual head optimizations. So each individual head has been optimized. Woo! So good at this. I could tell with how I was saying it, I was going to say that, so I'm not surprised. Because each individual iron within the Qi I-10 range is now optimized to perform specifically to what it should do, like the number on the head. I can hear you right now going, duh. But this is not common practice with an iron in this category. Distance is the primary function usually, and everything else is just second best. Direction is second best. So having specific performance for each individual iron in the set is new technology. Then we've got the FLTD CG, don't know what that was, and this adds to the optimization of each individual iron with specific CG locations. So it's lower in the longer iron, so we get the ball in the air easier, and it gradually gets higher as we go to the short stuff. 8 iron. Lovely look again down at address. Pretty big. Lovely warm hug. Now this will be actually a very cool test because my current shot is starting right. Now this has helped if you've got the slices, which is obviously purely shape, but also starting point. So it'd be nice to see if I get some sort of correctness on initial start line. Oh my, every time I hit it, it's like, wah, bah, wah, it's exactly what it sounds like. That was a bit on the heel side. Love that. I mean, I don't need to remove any of those. Look at those for numbers. 185, 184, 184, 183, 185 with a game improvement iron. You know what I mean? So the lofts of these things, let's just say it's stronger than my belt buckle after Christmas dinner. But I put the full specs and lofts here. 7 iron, 28 degrees. Now, we go to this common thing where I have to defend it, and I will again because that's exactly what it deserves. So all that spiel that I just said about head optimization, this is the thing. We're optimizing the number, not the loft. So we've got the stronger loft, which is, yes, longer than a typical 7 iron, but it's going to fly like a 7 iron. And if you don't believe in that, you're really missing out, is all I'm saying. Now this is the part of the bag where players start to get a little bit intimidated. It doesn't really matter what level you're at. I might be a odd anomaly. Anomaly, an odd anomaly, an odd anomaly. Because I like looking down at my 4 iron, my 3 iron, and less loft. It's my comfort zone, which is not a common thing. I have more fear with a 60 degree, thinking the ball's going to hit me in the nostril. Now this straight away sits a lot squarer, and the offset is quite impressive. I'm not sure if anyone's mentioned this yet, but the leading edge is very flush straight down to the hosel, where usually with the offset you get that indentation, obviously, of the offset. This hasn't got that. The top line, however, has that indentation, which makes you feel like it's got more offset than it actually has. Very, very nice. And with the longer irons, you can start to see the technology and a bit more mass at address. Okay, so how far are we expecting this 4 iron to go? Well, obviously it's going to go a fair distance. My stock is usually about 230, 240 if I step on one, and that's a thin cavity muscle back. This you'd expect, I'd like to see 250, but I don't want any crazy variations. I want it to be quite consistent, which I've seen so far in the set. Yeah, that's gone miles. 263 out the gates. 107 mile an hour ball, club head speed, 154 ball. bit heavier. Cut ground before ball, but again, the best part about it is how straight it's gone. At 220, 230, 240, you can't be that picky on, you know, position. If it's straight, you're laughing. Felt a little bit like it went right, slightly. 151, but it's gone 255. Bit heavy again. See that drop down in ball speed straight away, but the impressive thing is that bit of interference before I make contact with the ball, it's still on that target line. Wait till you see this dispersion. Now, have I got something to show you? The numbers. Starting with the pitching wedge. So we had, these are all 5 in a row with the 8 iron. The 4 iron was a bit more difficult because of the back, but consistency again in distance. This is a key thing. The direction is more me rather than the club. But the best part about it was these were all different strikes, and straight away we're on that horizontal line of not having some hot distances and short distances. So we got a carry there of 145 on average, which is not obscene in terms of distance. That's probably my stock wedge with a cavity back. We get to the 8 iron and my goodness, you go through all these and it's just, I mean, what more do you want? A 5 in a row like that with an 8 iron that's obviously a little bit stronger, a lot stronger than normal. But the thing that's really impressed me is with a game improvement iron, which supports what TaylorMade is saying, is it's definitely it's on more of a straighter starting line, and being so far out to the right that I usually get with a game improvement iron, where I've got to rely on face rotation to bring it back. So it's nice to see a more neutral flight, something that I'd like to see in my own irons. So yeah, 185, we start to crank up that distance a little bit more as we get to the longer irons, and then we hit to the 4 iron, which wasn't the best show by me, but it just shows you the actual punch available with this. My bad strike was a 223 here, a lot shorter, and it goes out to a 247, which was struck a little bit better. Total 263, mental. So again, supporting what TaylorMade is saying, optimised with each head. The pitching wedge no longer feels like it's going to go 170. The pitching wedge feels like a pitching wedge, plays like a pitching wedge, and then we get to the 4 iron where we start to get the beef built up. So I'm very impressed. So there you have it, guys, a new Qi 10 from TaylorMade. Game improvement, it's a tough one for me to test because it's not directly, even though I need to improve, built for me. I still love to see the advancements in tech, and some of the abilities that TaylorMade are able to do is unbelievable. So it's an exciting time of year for club releases and new technology. Guys, if you have any questions, stick them in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you later.